Weather Authority local forecast.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you and yours are having a super Tuesday, and weather certainly a little bit more on the super side than what it was yesterday. We've kind of backtracked a little bit temperature-wise today, but don't get used to it because we're going right back up there. Here's what we're looking at with your RV World Human Sky Cam. We got a trickle of traffic along 4th Avenue and 16th Street, and not much of a trickle of anything else as far as the weather is concerned. Now, here is what we're looking at as far as the overall spectrum of things with the satellite radar perspective. You see the cloud coverage rolling in, but in much lighter increments. So, yes, we are in for a mostly clear night here at home. Wind speeds, not all that in a bag of chips, to say the least. This is a far cry from what it was last night. Yes, we definitely have maybe just a minute puff, minute huff. We're talking 10 to 15 miles an hour in El Centro, and that's about it. And as you can see, temperature-wise in the Imperial Valley, we're ranging it pretty much from the entire spectrum of the 70s, from 70 to about 78 degrees at this particular time. In the Gila Valley, we're hitting the higher end 70 spectrum for the most part. So all in all, a little bit on the mild side again, and we got the dryness factor as well because we got the westerlies, and that's bringing that. And it's not just a desert southwest thing, it's a interior west thing as well. In some cases, yes, even dangerous. I mean, fire conducive. I mean, as far as fire danger is concerned, because it's so dry and you bring in a little bit of wind, and again, that just doesn't make for a good scenario in preventing a fire. But nonetheless, we definitely have low pressure further in the interior west. This thing not affecting us all that much, if anything, just keeping us in check. So it's sort of like the side blessing effect. It's not a direct kind of thing for us because, again, high pressure further to the south is becoming just too strong to allow any sort of low to really get us a nice dousing in some cool air, even though that sounds pretty good about now. And as you can see, that should continue for the foreseeable future. And of course, for your MetroCast, as we get up into the wee hours of 8 o'clock in the morning, if you consider that wee hours of the morning, we're talking 69 degrees. And then we'll get to about the mid-90s by the mid-afternoon before we start to get back into the 80s as we get on into the evening time. And for your Yuma International Airport extended forecast, you can see that the 90s will prevail, as I mentioned earlier. The only question is, which part of the 90s will it be on which day? That's pretty much it. I mean, we're going to keep it that way for the foreseeable future.